items. Without further ado, let us continue. I'm going to go share my screen again, put myself picture in picture. Okay, and then I'm going to discuss as well the Gold Mentoring Program. Thank you very much for your comments. I appreciate it. Please keep the comments coming. I'm too busy to be able to do this. I'm multitasking on my two screens. We're going via StreamYard. I've got PowerPoint slideshow open. I've got my browser open. I've got all the screens to share. Type away. My back office assistant, Petro, she's busy going through the messages. And afterwards, we'll discuss them. We'll comment. If you've got any questions, please type them now. Don't wait for them. Just type them. Okay. Probably Howard's sweating. You wanted to have another dry run. Let's see how we're getting along. Okay, fine. And then I'm going to discuss what is inside the Gold Mentoring Program, and then we're going to take Q&A. Great. While we're waiting for Howard, let's start off. Who is me? Who am I? Because most of you know Howard. Yay! Howard has arrived. Let's do our introductions. I'm going to have to apologize profusely. There we go. Let's do it like that. Howard, why don't you say something so we can test your microphone? Sorry about this.
Testing.
It works. Wonderful. I'm just going through the introduction. We chose purple, both of us. And this wasn't planned, guys. Look at that.
Not planned.
I think it's because your website's purple, right? Okay. In the meantime, maybe, Howard, you'll go into your Windows search bar, type microphone, and put your microphone level up because it's really soft. Okay, let's carry on. Let's continue with the slideshow. Who is Mark? I promise this is not going to be death by PowerPoint. We really do want to, give you a lot of value. All right, so let's have a look here. So I've got 40 plus years information technology working experience. I've had 22 previous positions. I've worked on 5 out of the 6 continents on our lovely planet Earth. I'm a BCS certified senior business analyst. I'm also a certified project manager. And I've been doing this since April 2019 when I launched my company, BA Masterminds Limited. I've been a university teacher. I taught first-year students business skills. I had to write their own curriculum. So I've been writing curriculum for a very long time already. What is BA Masterminds? Who are we? What do we do? You'll probably know Howard. You probably don't know me that well. So basically, I facilitate Zoom mentoring sessions. Well, mentoring sessions on Zoom. Today, I had one of my gold students ask if we can please go to Google Meet. We went on Google Meet, and I had a nice fireplace behind me in my green screen background. So it was quite a treat as well. I've done it on Teams as well. But basically, over 900 people on bronze, and we just sold 91 yesterday, the 91st gold. So day before yesterday, number 90, yesterday, the number 90. I didn't have time to update this. So it's myself. We've got 4 back office staff. Yaku is our videographer, but he's part-time. And then it's Petro, Edna, and Rod. Okay. Who is Howard? Let me switch over and give you over to Howard, and he can say a little bit about himself. All right, Howard, up to you.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me okay now, guys. So yeah, I'm 37 years sort of working in IT and technology. Started my first job in 1999. I actually spent 12 years, the first part of my career in PR and publishing, but always had a bit of an undertone of IT. I've spent 25 years now as a business analyst. So I'm lucky enough that I cut my teeth in 1999, starting to work for an internet service provider, and really lucky that in my career of 25 years, I've worked for FTSE 250 and 100 companies, including Visa Europe, Virgin Atlantic, Lloyds Banking Group, Morrison. So yeah, I've definitely got some sector experience in there, and you can see 43 positions. So I spent sort of a big majority of that as a consultant, and I went independent in 2018, and I spent the last 3 years also doing recruitment as well. So yeah, so between Mark and I think we've got about 50 odd years experience as business analysts. That's a fair chunk of BA experience between us.
All right. 500 plus business analysts interviewed, and Howard is also BCS and 𝐼TL certified. Okay, Howard, why don't you tell us a little bit about your limited company? And I'm just going to scroll through the slides so we get to the bottom of it. I think that was the last one. That's the last one. Off you go.
Perfect. Yeah. So as I said, I started my career in 1999 as a business analyst, various named role titles, but effectively you're a business analyst, whether you're a business systems data analyst, it's all an analysis. So I went independent in 2018, so I set up Howard Lock Consulting Limited. So prior to that, I'd been a sort of permanent consultant working for the same company, who's seconded on sites to work for various clients. But I decided in 2018 it was the right time to go fully independent, and that's when I sort of started my independent consultancy contracting career. And then I got really busy. So what happened is I got so busy, people would call me saying, "I want your services, Howard." I wouldn't be able to fulfill them. So I then said, "Look, I've got a huge pool of analysts that I've been creating since 2006, and I think I've got 13,000 analysts across my groups now." But it was the right time to say, "Look, I'm not available, but actually I've got some really fantastic analysts in my pool." So I placed my first analyst in July 2001, and since then I've placed sort of over 70 contractor consultants, predominantly business analysts, but also other analyst roles. All the roles really are outside R35. I've also placed some permies as well. I think I'm nearly hitting 100 now, because there's people in the pipeline that don't start their perm roles, and there's contractors that are in the pipeline in interview stage, etc. But yeah, so my clients effectively are sort of small to mid-size IT consultancies, and they're always providing me with different roles, so that it's not sector specific. So I've got clients that have end clients in the public sector, private sector, so really much any sector in the UK. So it's very, very busy, lots going on, and I get demand for a BA for 1 day, for a week, a month, 3-month rolling contracts. So they're all very, very different, which is why I decided to set up my business analysis associate pool and associate model. So to onboard associates, so I've got the right resource in place, got the right skills matrix, a good cross section of BAs in my toolkit. So yeah, hence for big push for business analysis as a service, which is something I think you'll see a lot more. There's still lots of rolling 3-month contracts out there. However, as companies tighten their budgets, they're looking for, they might want a BA to do a 4-week piece of MVP for some discovery. That usually leads to other pieces of work, but the fractional part-time a flexible model is definitely something I'm seeing my clients request more. So it's not everybody's cup of tea. Somebody wants the proper 3-month rolling, but other people happy to work on multiple end clients. So there's just myself and Zoe at the moment. I'm looking to onboard some more people, for back office support and a bit of marketing. So yeah, things are going well and busy. I'm definitely in demand. I get lots of messages, lots of emails, lots of WhatsApps and everything. So it's never a quiet day.
Never a quiet day. Sounds a bit like my days as well. All right, let's announce officially this partnership. So let me just go through the slide. So what do I do? So I'm going to show a little bit about what I do, and then Howard's going to show a little bit about what he does and talks about what he does. And you'll see that, there's great symbiosis here. We really complement each other's business. So basically, you can approach Howard directly if everything is in place, all your ducks in a row, and he will go out and secure you a role. Now, if he feels that you may be lacking on your CV or your LinkedIn profile or your interview skills or any of these things, then he will pass you on to me and just suggest that you come to me for my services, and then you can hear what my services are. I like doing Zoom calls, as you see, 2,000 whatever Zoom calls already since I launched. So you're under no obligation to invest. I'm just very passionate about what I do. So what we do is we do it via, I ask for your CV and I ask for your LinkedIn profile. So some people don't have LinkedIn, but most people do. Most people have nothing in there. So once I get your CV and your LinkedIn profile, then I can approve or decline your request for a career strategy session on Zoom. And when you do hop on a career strategy session with me on Zoom, then you're going to tell me what you want. But I look right through that. I want to see what you need. So together we decide, I decide what you need and what you want. And then there are certain benefits that you want, maybe a new CV, maybe an updated LinkedIn profile, professional profile photo, whatever it is, these are benefits that you get. And then perhaps you've got pain points. So we look through them with our 8 mindset assignments. One of them is called the one big thing. You know, what is your big pain point? Some people it's procrastination. Some people it's lack of confidence or the imposter syndrome. We look at those and we totally eradicate those. So we remove pain points, give you benefits, you know, and deliver on what you need and what you want. So I do this by looking at your CV and LinkedIn profile, and we have a discussion. I'll ask you some high-level questions, and then we can determine your as is. And then I ask you different questions about your future and where you want to live, and you know, do you want a family, and do you want to send your kids to university? Do you have passive income streams, things like that? And then we look at your long-term goals, and then we determine your one-year goal. So that's really where it is. It's a 1-year journey. So your to be, your future state is in 1 year from now. And I ask you, where do you want to be from now, in a year from now? And we discuss this in great detail. And then I do a gap analysis. What do you need? Do you need some theoretical knowledge, some practical experience? You know, what are you lacking? And then basically, we develop your 1-year career goal. Now, either it's, you know, we're going to discuss the title. So it's a senior BA, lead BA. Perhaps you want to pivot into a product owner, senior project manager, solution architect. If you do want to pivot, I can help you pivot as well. And then we look at what you really want: perm, consulting, or contracting. Well, consulting is perm, so we'll just put them together. It is a nice stepping stone to go from perm to contracting to first to consulting, because it gets you outsourced to various clients at various industries using different software and things like that. Howard has hopped off. Not sure why he has hopped off. Can somebody please give a comment and just say that I'm still online? So I've got the last comment here is Mary, and Mary says beautiful. Thank you, Mary. Can somebody just comment to show that I'm still online and that it's not my issue, but that it's actually Howard? Let me go and have a look here on this. There's lots of comments. Let me see if I'm still live. Am I still live? Well, there's a bit of a delay. There is yesterday there was a 17-second delay. I think it's a little bit longer at the moment. And so I have to wait until I see with a refresh whether, you know, I'm still online. But Howard has dropped off. Online, good. Thanks, Pamela. Yes, you are. Everybody's commenting. Thanks. That's very much to get some nice interaction. So let's carry on. So then we develop your 1-year career goal. I look at proposed job titles, and then perm or contract, and then industry. Which industry would you like to work in? Because the whole idea is for us to help you secure your dream job. You know, you don't want to have a job that you hate and you go to work on a Monday morning and you don't like it. You know, really you want to have a job that you love. So we look at what industry you like to work, which niche and which speciality. If you're American, we can call it niche. Welcome back, Howard. And then we look at, you know, during the gap analysis, you need lots of theoretical knowledge, lots of practical experience to easily secure an interview. And once you're in the interview, to actually secure the role. And once you're in the role, to know what you're doing. So you don't have this imposter syndrome. So if I see, you know, maybe you've got 3 years practical experience as a BA and no theory, then I can hook you up with one of our strategic alliance partners, authorized training providers. We've got 4 of them. The biggest one is the Knowledge Academy, where I went to do my BCS diploma. Howard, did you do your BCS at the Knowledge Academy?
No, I didn't actually. I did it with QA.
Okay, I know Q&A well as well. Okay, so I did mine in person, 2015, 2016 in London at the Knowledge Academy, those days before virtual was a very big thing, before everything took off virtual. And if you do need certification, like I said, we've already sent 34 people to the Knowledge Academy. Their course is £6,300. We get it for £1,500, including all the exams, including that, for your full BCS diploma. So, you know, if you need a certification, we've also got clients in USA and Canada, and we hook them up with the IIBA with Adaptive US. Okay, so that's a little bit about me and what I do. And then, you know, then once I've done your gap analysis, then I'll give you as much advice as I can, and then you're on your merry way. And then I wish you well. But if you decide that you find a lot of value in what I have to offer, then we can, you know, offer you a mentoring program. So we've got copper, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and impact. So we can link you up with a mentoring program which is affordable to you. And we'll discuss that in a little while. I record my conversations. Howard and I, we first connected in 2020, and we had our first of many Zoom calls in June 2021. Howard was keen on investing in BA masterminds in 2021, so we put together proposals and whatever. But I'm happy that he went his own way, because Howard Lock Consulting, now we're an unstoppable force. So that's where we are. Let's go and see what how Howard links into this and what he does. So I'm just going to get this all on the screen, and then I'll send it over to you, Howard.
Perfect, thank you. So as Mark said, we've been sort of in dialogue since 2020, and did a Zoom call in 21, talking about alliances and how we could work together. So it's taken a while for actually to do this strategic alliance partnership, but obviously I'm delighted that we've now joined forces. I see Mark as a massive ally. Obviously Mark's mentorship is second to none. I rate Mark as the only go-to mentor. So I was only ever going to partner with Mark, and I do get people asking me, do I do mentorship? And unfortunately I don't, but that's where Mark comes into it. So I mean, from my perspective, I'm looking for obviously skilled BAs to join us as associates. So what I do is, the first thing when we engage, I understand your skill sets, your capability, availability, locality, how flexible you are. Some people want to work fully remote, some people are happy to do sort of hybrid roles. And then around rate, so if it's a contract role, then obviously we discuss what you're looking for. I always say give it a range, be realistic. You starting to what's your sort of range that you're looking for. And then what I do is I would interview you as I would normally a BA, but I also do like a BA to BA chat, get to know you, understand your sort of soft skills as well as your actual technical skills, experience, sector, and all these types of things. So obviously the BA role is very, very diverse. So yeah, it's a real get to know you. I then put together a skills matrix, because all the demand that I get that comes in is very, very different. Some of it is we just need a really experienced BA. Some of it is we need a BA with this sector experience. Some of it may be we need a BA with this technology experience and sector. So the demand is all very different. So the resource profile and the skills profile that I put together, that defines sort of your background. But you could say to me, I'm actually interested in these other areas or sectors, and if something comes up in that space, then you're interested in that. So renewable energy is a big one. I get a lot of people say, I'd like to get into that space. And so yes, I'd like to onboard you as an associate, get to know you, get you in as an associate member, and then hopefully introduce you to my clients, starting off with one engagement and then leading to others, so that you then become a sort of tried and tested associate that I can recommend you time and time again. So yeah, so that's how I see this alignment and this partnership working. I refer people looking for mentorship to Mark, and obviously once Mark's fully mentored people up and supercharged them into the best BA they can be, then they're nice and fine-tuned, ready to go out there and fulfill my clients' needs. So yeah, I think it's a partnership made in heaven.
Wonderful, thanks for that. And don't forget that we are a network. So I've got a massive network, 6,600 BAs in the UK in my network. Howard's also got, how many have you got now, Howard, in your networks altogether?
I've got 13,000 across the 4 BA groups that I run. So I set the first one up in 2006, and they've got different flavors. One especially for contracts, one sort of more BCS related, and one is just dedicated to make sure it's UK business analyst professional. So yeah, there's 13,000 in that network.
Are you still using WhatsApp groups for this?
Yeah, that's not including my WhatsApp group. So I've got another, I think, 750 direct business analysts that I reach out to in my WhatsApp groups for the BA side of it, and about another 700 for general IT roles. So obviously I do recruit for general IT delivery roles, contract and permanent, as well as I do BAs. But obviously I specialize in BAs and especially contract BAs.
So as you can see, when you're stuck with a problem at work, you don't have to go and embarrass yourself and go and ask a lead BA or a senior BA or a project manager or your line manager, because they're going to expect you to be able to do this work already. So come straight to me, come straight to myself, come straight to Howard. If we don't know the answer, we'll ask our network and we'll get you the answer. So it's nice to have that backing of that group behind us. Okay, now it's time to launch the website. So I'm just going to switch screens. I'm going to put us like that. I'm going to do this screen over here. Let's see which screen I'm going to do. This one, yeah. and Howard Lock Consulting. So before I do this, I just quickly want to do this. I want to show my website. So I'm going to put us over here. So this is my LinkedIn profile, Mark Bruins. This is Howard's LinkedIn profile. This is Howard Lock's consulting page, company page. Oh, I should have shown mine. And then this is the website over here. And without further ado, Howard, would you like to take us through it? I'm going to click on the home screen.
Perfect. Thank you, Mark. So as you can see, Howard Lock Consulting is all about business analyst primarily. So if you look at the calls to action here, the first part says business analysis as a service. So I see that as the flexible resourcing model of the future. There'll always be a place for rolling continual contracts, but as the market changes and we adjust and adapt to it, I think we just need to be flexible, as companies need to ramp things up and down as they have, resource profile demands. So call to action here is, I need an analyst. So these are companies that are looking for analyst professionals like ourselves. So they click on there, and obviously I would onboard them as a new client. But then on the right hand side, you can see I am an analyst. So if you're interested in becoming an associate and you're interested in contract, fractional, part-time work, and or rolling contracts, then obviously become an associate. We'll do that skills matrix profiling and then onboard you and hopefully get you some work. So that's the home page. Mark, we can probably go on to services. Okay, so again here it just showcases that there's a lot to a BA role. Back in the day, there was just business analysts and systems analysts. The business analyst was traditionally business facing, and then we had systems analysts that typically worked in the IT and tech space. But that you can see now, if Mark scrolls to the roles, we've got loads of different flavors. Now, whether we all agree that there should be all these roles, but these do actually exist, so business analysts at the top, but you've got people that specialize in security, data, digital, agile software development. So the role of the business analyst has definitely evolved, and I think we need to adopt and embrace, because some of us may fit in all of these. There's a term you may hear of full stack business analyst, and you may hear this a bit more in the future. This is where somebody's worked in multiple sectors, multiple technologies. They can do the business side of it, they can do the sort of technical facing side of it with developers and things like that if it's software development. So I think you'll hear that word in the future. So remember that word, full stack BA. So that's, I think, what most people would like to become, unless they become specialists in their domain. And a lot of people are happy to stick in one sector or in one sort of technology area. So you can see in the middle there the skills, very, very diverse. As BAs, we have to pick up and wear many hats. So just looking down, I won't read them out, but you can see that this multitude of skills that across analysis space that we all may do at some point, and then industries that we work in is pretty much everything. There's not a sector I don't think that I've touched either my career or somebody that I've placed. So very, very diverse. Just a real quick about us. If you click on the about, Mark. Just scroll down to timeline, so you can see there, I started my career in 1999. First group I started on LinkedIn in 2006, founded Howard Lock Consulting in 2018, and started doing the recruitment in 2021, and nearly 100 people placed across permanent and contract. So it's been a very busy 3 years for sure. If you can click on clients, Mark. Okay, perfect. So you can see here we do a lot of work with IT consultancies. So these are all quite different consultancies, and again, because they have very different end clients, it's very diverse. So I'm definitely not shoehorned into anything. It's really, really diverse. So that's consultancy. If you scroll down a bit, Mark, that's it, to banking. So lot in the banking space as well we get, and the financial services, and then telco and fiber is probably the next big one down there. We do a lot of stuff in that space, and yeah, we have other clients as well in other industries. So it's pretty diverse to the stuff that we get. Click on placements, Mark. That'd be helpful. So yeah, so starting here, so these aren't everybody I've placed, just these are the people that are willing to showcase themselves. So if you Mark scrolling down, you can see these are all business analyst roles, which are typical contract. There's a couple of perms in there, but most of these were contract BA placements. And then you can see from here, it sort of transitions from BA into something a bit more specialist. So um, BI developers, business architects as well, data analysts, finance analysts. So you're looking at specific, areas of business, and then past that, we've placed other people, project managers, solution architects. So that's going into more of the sort of generic recruitment. But I think you can see here that there's been quite a few placements, hence being busy over the last few years. Okay, if you click on associates, Mark. Okay, so it looks like a tunnel there, doesn't it? Going down down a tunnel. It's not as scary as that. It's more around onboarding associates, getting to know you, understanding that there's a range of day rates out there. Typically 450 to 650 for a consultancy role is normal. And in here you'll find some Q&A. So if Mark scrolls down slightly, so obviously in your own time you can go through this, gives you a bit more information. But there's some Q&A here. Is it free to join? Absolutely yes. Is there any obligation? Absolutely no. If I join as an associate, does that mean that I'm tied into you? Obviously not. You're a freelance contractor, so you do what you please, and we just help. We can place you in your next role. So there's a lot of Q&A in there, and then hopefully there's a form on the right. So if you want to join as an associate, complete that form with a LinkedIn profile and CV, and obviously that starts the ball rolling for me to then engage with you and on board you officially as associates. So which is exciting. If you just click on 𝐻Recruit, Mark is ahead of the game. Look at that. So yeah, 𝐻Recruit. So because Howard Lock Consulting Limited is mainly around business analysts as a service, because I've done other recruitment in other areas, I didn't want to discount other roles. So you can see here that we do a lot of other types of roles, permanent and contract. So we've placed a lot of other people in other areas, just as opposed to business analysts. So we do both, specialize in BAs, also do generic recruitment. So I just wanted to make sure. And if Mark scrolls to the bottom there, happy clients, happy candidates every time. That's the goal. So we have got a lot of very happy clients and happy consultants that have been working with us for a while. So jobs. So if you click on the jobs, which Mark has done, you can see here it is diverse. There's a delivery manager role up there, but there's also an investment analyst at the moment, and a permanent renewable energy analyst. We get stuff all the time. So I've just got another role come in, so that will be posted shortly. So keep an eye on that, because these are live and open roles as I post them. But obviously I would reach out to associates first. And then the partners page, Mark, this is important. Okay, so there we go, BA Mastermind. So this is my first official strategic alliance partner. So that's why I'm delighted. And, the plan here for partners is to partner with companies that are relevant to business analysts and progressing business analysts. So anything that's related to a business analyst or associated services, that's the goal, to have more partners, but obviously starting with my best and favorite partner and my number one and first. Over to you, Mark.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, let's get back on with the slideshow. Okay. Right. Schedule a free call. You can click on Howard's website, schedule a free call, and then it goes through him as well. So now we're going to talk about the job BA vacancies. I'm going to leave the slide here for Howard. I'm going to put Howard picture in picture at the bottom there. Oh, look, we just fit in. All right, Howard, talk about your slide.
No problem. So yeah, so I've been obviously interested in the state of the business analyst market. So I started to put together these figures in 2021. So these were only internal figures. So there was I decided that it'd be a good starting point to look at the top sort of 12 job sites and just start to understand how many BA roles were out there. Now I didn't single out contract, fixed term contract, permanent. These are an aggregated view of all the job roles out there. So if you look in the middle to the 15th of September 2022, interesting enough, you'll see there was 75,652 open BA roles at that time. And if you look to the right, which is the last one I did on the 25th, 24,000 open BA roles across those 12 sites. So, I mean, that's a massive difference. I mean, it was definitely buoyant. The market was in 2021. Move on to today, it's definitely a bit tougher. So, which I think is why it's important to, embrace and embark on mentorship, say with Mark, to make sure that you're the best version of yourself, because the market has tightened up. It is tougher than it has been for a while. So, you need to be that best version of yourself so you stand out in that marketplace. So, yeah, I can see, Mark, you've done the trend one. Do you want to speak through that? It's an interesting one.
Yeah, so this is yours. So this is just a graphic representation of the data that you collected on the slide that we saw before this. This is my data. So basically, we also wanted to know where are all the jobs, what are the trends and things like that. Let me just, in the beginning of the slide, put us side by side so we can have a look. So these are the job sites we following. So we started in the beginning of April. And we look at these job sites and we get their numbers. Now, these are actual numbers. We type BA, United Kingdom, and we get the numbers. So firstly, these numbers are here. This is for all BA jobs. So just like Howard said, these are all the business analyst jobs, and you can see per job site where are the jobs. So a lot of people will say, okay, CW jobs. I asked them in the career strategy session, where do you find jobs? CW jobs. Well, you're wasting your time. There's nothing there. There hasn't been there for a long time. So this is one of the sites that we used in 2019, Total Jobs, and Total Jobs are still holding on there, but CW Jobs totally fallen off the planet. How many of you have heard of Jora? Can you type here in the comments yes or no if you've heard of Jora before? Because that's quite a big one over there. Okay, moving on to, so now I've got a graphical representation of this slide as well, so we can all have a good look at how this trend is going. It's kind of like that. Now, the focus that we want to do is we want to go and focus on the contracting roles, because that's where all the money is to be made. So this is where all the contracting, so job serves down here. Let me increase it a little bit down there so we can see that the jobs are picking up. There is the websites that we can go and get the job site. JobServe looks to be one of the strongest. Jora and JobServe. Okay. No, 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 no. Look at all these no's. No one's heard of Jora. Okay, well, there we go. There's a golden nugget for you for today. So basically, there's all the BA vacancies. Now you can see which job site portal to use. If you're watching this live, you can always come back and watch the replay and pause the screen and take some notes and do it that way. I've had a discussion with my assistant. Can we send the PDF to everybody? No, was the answer. Okay, so we're not going to get the PDF sent out. Mary's heard of Jora. Wonderful. Well done, Mary. Okay, moving forward onto the next slide. So now, a bit about BA Mastermind. So we have bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and impact. And we try and leverage yourself to your highest potential. And we are coming to the time now where we can discuss a little bit about gold. So the focus here is gold. Now, what is all involved in gold? And Howard, one day when you've got the time, you need to hop in one of these gold mentoring programs. So I write my own curriculum. I've had 11 companies in the past, 41 cars, 22 houses. I don't know. I'm a bit of a nutcase when it comes to that. So basically, I write a lot of curriculum. One of the companies was 𝐒𝐭_Analysts, where I showed people how to do their carbon footprint, water footprint, and ecological footprint with videos and everything like that. So that's where I sharpened my teeth before I started BA Mastermind. So I'm good at writing curriculum version 6 because I'm not a BA contractor in the field anymore, like Howard, my esteemed colleague over there. I rely on feedback from my masterminds, what works, what doesn't work, the changes and trends. Also, there's 4IR. I almost said 5R, that's not around yet. 4IR, and that's artificial intelligence, machine learning, ChatGPT, RPA, all these type of things. And we include that in our courses now as well. So through that, we update the curriculum and we have different versions. So version 1 was launched in August 2021, and now we're on version 6 already with all the changes. No copy and paste, it's all my own intellectual property. For those of you who are a perm, we take you over to contract and we double your salary. It's basically 13 live 1-hour mentoring sessions with me. So we have one session a week. So it's 12 weeks, one at the beginning, one at the end, 90 days, 3 months, whatever you want to call it. So I've got a proven blueprint. So it's 58 assignments that you do, take you from where you are to where you want to go to. We also offer the accelerator version, so we do it in half the time. So instead of 3 months, we now do it in 6 weeks. It's very straining, and so it's ideal for those people who are not working or between contracts that want to upskill. And then we have the turbo version, which is 4 weeks. So basically, it's 12 mentoring sessions, 1 session a week. If you do the accelerator, it's 2 sessions a week. It's 5 to 6 hours of assignments a week. If you double up and you do the accelerator, it's 10 to 12 hours of assignments. And then for the turbo, we just triple everything. And you can go back and forth. You can go between accelerator and regular and accelerator and regular, but not turbo. Either it's turbo or it's not turbo. 58 assignments. They're done with you and done for you. So I create your CV. You don't create your CV. It takes me 4 or 5 hours to create your CV and finalize it. You know, high quality CV. You get VIP access with me. So that's a 4-hour response time to any questions. We're connected on WhatsApp. And you get 12 months access to our membership portal and free support for life. Good. So what is included? What do you get? Well, a guided career choice. I'm not going to read them all out to you. If you want to have a quick read there, thank you, Adil Ahmed. I'm pleased to find that you're finding value in Howard and my discussion over here. So these are those. Now, I offer this mentoring program in 2 different ways. One way that I offer it is one-on-one. It's you and me. That's it. The other method is group. So we have between 2 and 5 people in a group. In the past, I've had 6 groups already. And now we are launching group 7 next week. Next week it starts. So I'm not going to discuss pricing. Please don't push me for pricing because you don't know the value. We have a career strategy session. You do the gold sneak peek. It's our membership portal where you watch case studies, testimonial videos, and you can actually start the gold mentoring program already by joining Pillar 1, Week 1. It's the mindset. You can do 4 assignments to get a taste for my mentoring style. But also it's a full 14-day money-back guarantee on all our products and services, so you've got no risk over there. Now, if you want to go ahead, I am going to tell you the price, but I'm not telling you the price for the one-on-one mentoring because we don't accept anyone. You need to be living in the UK for at least a year. You need to be a business analyst for at least a year in the UK, and then you need a university degree or a diploma. That's for now. You know, in the future, maybe we'll change. We do mentor USA and Canada. I've got quite a few students there as well with the gold, but for the gold group 7, it's only the UK people, so it's all in the time zone. Tando, hello, welcome. Juliet, welcome. All right, fine. Okay, some of my fans are here as well, Howard. Okay, so let me just do the last final slide here so we can leave you all with this death by PowerPoint. So what we offer is a free 15-minute breakthrough session. If you've got one issue, it's the dragon you need to slay, it's stopping you from reaching massive success, set up a 15-minute call. I will eradicate your pain point. I've had heaps of these with great success, and I'm well prepared for these sessions as well. It's free. The other one that you can do is the 30-minute career strategy session. This is a more detailed approach. This is where we do the as-is and the to-be, and you have to have a career strategy session before you do the free gold discovery. So then we map out your entire journey, personalized. Kevin, hello, welcome. All right. Okay, and that's basically it from my side. Let's have a look here. One-on-one versus group. Let's discuss this one-on-one versus group because this is really important. So you might think that you're not going to get the same value as a group. That's wrong. It's the same curriculum. It's the same goals. It's the same outcome. Everything is the same. Your first session is one-on-one, where we personalize your roadmap to success, your blueprint, all the assignments out of the 58. How many do you do? It gets a bit confidential, so it's just you and myself. And then the other 12 sessions are a group, and basically Tando's on here as well. Tando said hi. Exciting partnership. Tando was on group 2, 2022, November. And yeah, he did really, really, really well. I'm really proud of Tando's efforts, and he's also got his YouTube channel and doing his podcast and adding a lot of value there as well. See, so once we get to know each other, I mean, we stay pals for life, and we really network well together. So the group mentoring, I find it actually even better than the one-on-one. We all get a whiffle what I feel like expressing at the beginning of the session, so we can listen, and we can set up your home environment, your lighting, your microphone, your headphones, your speakers, everything, your internet, your clarity, and I give constructive criticism there, how you can improve all of that. And then basically I mentor you, and during the mentoring I do most of the talking in any case, but if you've got a question, I know my curriculum so well, you put your hand up, I stop, and no question's a dumb question, everyone gets value. But in the group, it's a bit of a camaraderie, some banter we got there. Who can get the best CV? Who can get the best LinkedIn profile? Who can get the most interviews? Who can get the best offer? And all these type of things. So it's a nice competitiveness and more accountability partners besides just myself. Okay, and let's go back to the slides. I think I'm at the end of my slides. Let's have a look here. All these animations, Q&A. Right, ready for questions? So let's have a look. I think if you've got a question, I know if you've got a question, just type it into the comments. I can see it. I don't know if Howard can see the comments. You can't see the comments, right, Howard?
No.
Okay, so I'll just read it out to you. Now, we do have a bit of a time lag, guys. We do know that, and it's longer than yesterday. Usually it's 17 seconds. Howard, I think it's about 40 seconds today. So we have got it. But let's just see if we get any questions. I'm going to go and scroll to the top because somebody might have left a question earlier. I can hear you. Hi, everyone. We can hear, see, loud and clear. We're on. Come on, Howard. Come on, Howard. Somebody said. Applying to more graduate roles, says Hassan. Okay. Yay, won't be able to talk though, says Bill, because unfortunately not. Here we go. Blessing. I am planning of applying for more entry-level BA jobs. Great idea. Great idea. We can help you there as well. Applying for entry-level, Esther as well. Also applying for entry-level jobs. Yes, 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 yes. Craig says he's had enough of you, mate, because you dropped off. I like that. So let's have a look. Congratulations from Blessing on your first partner announcement. No. Right. Okay. So this is how it's going to work. We value your time. So we're going to drop off if there's no questions. Here is the kicker. If you come up with a question later, come back here, type it in the comments, ask the question. If it's targeted, Petra will pick it up. If it's targeted for me, she'll send it to me. I will answer. If it's targeted for Howard, we pass it through to Howard. Howard can answer there as well. So if you're watching the replay, please, guys, you can do that as well. Okay, we have a statement here. I've never heard of Jora. I thought Indeed in LinkedIn would have had the most roles listed. Interesting insight. Cheyenne, if this is what you get for free, imagine what you get when you pay for my mentoring. That's always what I say. Okay, so nothing to discuss. Howard, I want to thank you very much for coming on to this partnership launch. We are planning to have every month Howard on our live LinkedIn, and we're going to ask him questions, and we're going to discuss, and we're going to see how his website grows, and he's going to tell us about all these exciting roles and who's moving up and what's going on. We have got a theme for next year and our follow-up LinkedIn live events, and we want to say thrive in 2025. So we want you to do really well. How do you do really well in 2025? Well, you start now. You prepare now. So the 3-month mentoring, if you hop onto that, that's November, December, January. By January, you'll be applying for jobs. Everything will be wide awake then. Everybody's got money in the budget and new things going on. So we're expecting 2025 to be a great year. You don't want to miss the bus. You want to hop on now. I thank everybody for your time. When does the group start? Here we go. We're getting some questions, Howard. We're not going anywhere. When does the group start? So the first session is a one-on-one. It's next week. So if you want to join, next week we do the one-on-one. The following week will be the first group mentoring session, the following week as well. During the one-on-one, I find out when you're available, when you're not available. And once I found out everybody's availability, that's when we have that session. So really good question there. Okay, Reynold. Hello, Reynold. Reynold's one of my gold students. Is there a time period of getting a job with Howard? Howard, do you want to answer that?
No time period. So basically, I'm here to support from the start. As Mark mentioned, that you do need a year as a BA to get that started, to become or to join Mark's mentorship. But there's no real timeline. I mean, I do get all types of roles, and I think I see that growing as well. So, you know, despite obviously some of the contract roles we get, you know, there might be some, you know, long experience or sector experience or something. There's always roles out there, so I see it progressing. So if you are a business analyst, then it doesn't matter where you are in your sort of personal journey, there's always roles out there. So I also support, so again, tertiary job sites, sort of Mark mentioned some others we've never heard of. There was one on my slide that was about ZipRecruiter, so that's a site aggregator as well, which obviously lists all together. So there are different job sites out there, so I'm here to support from a jobs perspective, and also, you know, just have a chat with me. Also, I'll help with templates and things like that. So that's one thing I'm going to be adding to the website. Sort of phase 2 is, you know, some templates for people that haven't done certain things in certain projects. So yeah, always looking, but here to chat, here to talk, here to support. Obviously, you know, from a BA to BA perspective. So just reach out. Just reach out whenever you like. So via email, or yeah, just reach out to me via LinkedIn message. And yeah, as I said, I'm here to help and support.
Yes, I think the best way to get hold of us is find us on LinkedIn, send us a connection request. We will accept if you're a BA. And then once we've accepted, send us a message. Get our email, send us an email, anything like that, you reach out to us. A deal, exciting for the new year to get the new role in BA, hopefully. Well, you know, the market's tough, so you need something different, something to leverage yourself above your competition to get that interview and to get that all important critical job. And that's where my mentoring comes in, if you want that game changer.
Yeah, and also to add to that, Mark, add to that, Mark.
Reynolds says, thanks for the answer. Okay, so Yaris, one for you. Inam Hassan says, do you foresee a continued decline in the availability of contract roles over the next few years? Or is the trend shifting more towards the BAAAS model? That's a very good question. Howard, over to you.
Right, so obviously it has been changing. So I've seen contractors taking perm roles recently because the market's dipped for contract roles. However, what that means is that when the market starts to pick back up again and the need for contract resource becomes great, you know, permanent BAs are probably tied into, you know, a 1 month, 3 month notice period. So actually there'll be suddenly a bit of a surge, I think, you know, where people have sort of decided the market's been tough, gone into permanent, and they want to go back into contracting. So I see opportunity there. So if you are available, you know, even if you've not done contracting before, you could become very desirable by your availability, right? So that's one key thing. So you know, the contract market will never go away. You know, we've had lots of, you know, changes in things, from COVID to cost of living to, you know, interest rate hikes and new government. So all these things have factors, but I think it's leveling out now, and I'm seeing signs that my clients are saying to me that projects that were put on hold, they're starting to relook at them again. So there's definitely more activity. You know, I personally got lots more in the last few weeks, more job from recruiters in my email than I have done for a long time. And also my clients are saying to me how we've got some up and coming projects. We're just getting statements of work signed off with clients and things like that. So I'm definitely seeing a big surge. So whether that happens at the end of Q4 this year or whether that is Q1 next year, that's hard to tell, but it's definitely improving. So I've seen, you know, because I see it from both sides, my clients with the demand, and also, you know, demand from BAs, from, you know, emails, and recruiters reaching out to me for obviously BA resource, etc. So it's definitely improving. It's been tough, but it's improving. So stick with it.
Good answer. What I always say, there's 3 different types of ways that you can secure a role as a business analyst in the United Kingdom: the advertised job market, the hidden job market, and being consistently headhunted for your education, certification, skills, knowledge, and experience. You want to set yourself up now already to be tapping into the hidden job market, where 70% of the BA contract roles are, and to be headhunted. So to do that, that's what we focus on in our mentoring program, so that you can do your job and your phone rings and somebody's looking for you. You know, funnily enough, I've got 16 strategies on where to find jobs and 3 methods how to apply. One of my Gold Group students from Gold Group 5, I just had an interview rehearsal with him today. He's just secured an interview for today, 2 p.m. He's already had the interview, James. So One of the new strategies, and I get this from feedback and I create things, and this is where in a tough market like this, you need to put forward all these strategies. He did one simple, very little simple thing. Open to work around his LinkedIn profile photo. Headhunted on the same day and got the interview today. Also, 5 of my gold masterminds have secured jobs recently and people are getting interviews. So I feel the market is picking up.
And to add to that, Mark, obviously you mentioned the hidden job market. So maybe I'll explain a bit further what that means. So the benefit of being an associate is the fact that I will come to my associates first before going to what they call the open job market. So the hidden job market is effectively a client comes to me, they say, how do I need a BA in this particular experience sector or whatever they ask or whatever the requirement is. I go to my associates first and I look who's available, who's got the skill set, and I reach out to them. So a lot of the roles that I've filled have not necessarily ever gone onto the open market. So that's the hidden job market, because it means that client comes to me, I come to you, you get the role, and it's never sort of publicized. So there's a lot of roles out there. You'd be surprised actually how many there are in that space where, you know, you don't have to post a role. So that's why another real good benefit of being an associate is that I would come to you first.
Right, I'm going to answer this question. What's happening with the IT contracting industry? Lots of IT consultants are without a job. Firstly, Pamela, in my opinion, a consultant and a contractor are totally different things. A consultant is permanently employed by a company as a business analyst with an annual salary but does no work internally for that company. He or she gets outsourced at a daily or an hourly rate. That's a consultant. A contractor sees a job description, applies for the role is 6 months long, you do the work, you get out the door. Okay. Now, in my opinion, most BA contractors are rubbish. And I know that's going to be causing waves, but I see it because of my 91 students, they hand in their assignments and they're rubbish. I can't believe it. So most people need a lot of, upskilling, especially in Excel or Word or Outlook, or PowerPoint presentations, or communication skills, or collaboration skills, or their home office isn't up to scratch. There's a whole lot of things now. So basically, it's tough to get a job. But here is the kicker: I always advertise the golden prize or market the golden prize. When you're in a contract, the golden prize is a contract extension when your contract ends, higher a daily rate, so maybe an increase of £50. And a promotion, either from BA to senior BA to lead BA. The silver prize is contract extension and one of the other two. Bronze prize, contract extension. In my mentoring program Gold, we focus that you consistently get the golden prize. In other words, your contract gets extended. Then you're like a perm job in your comfort zone, knowing the industry that you're in, the mission and the vision statement of the company, the software, the applications, the cloud, the subject matter experts, the vendors, the stakeholders. You get to know everybody so you can add more value and you can do your work quicker, which means you're a bit more relaxed. So it's the people that are not good BAs. They only go from contract to contract to contract to contract. So the whole idea is to get your contract extended. Okay. And then I've got a question here from Herbert. With organizations wanting to become more lean by moving to SAFe, do you think it's essential for BAs to have product skills? Now, here is my quick answer, and then I'll ask Howard for his response. And I know we're ending. Please bear with us for 5 minutes. To be headhunted, you need to, be intelligent and educated. You need to have the right skills. You need certification, in other words, theoretical knowledge. You need practical experience, ideally industry experience, but sometimes you need to focus on a niche or a speciality, be that SAP or Oracle or Salesforce or CRM or ERP, whatever it is. You need to specialize in something and learn the theory, get the certificate, put it into practice as a BA, and then pepper your CV and LinkedIn profile full with industry-related and skills-related keywords. That's, when you need a product. But first, become a generalist, senior BA, because if you look at a job description for a contract or a perm, there's various things in there. You've got to do use cases, epics, user stories, as is technical documentation, whatever it is. So first become a really good, well-rounded senior BA, and then choose an industry, and then choose a niche, and then upskill and certify and get experience in that. That's my point of view. Howard, what is your answer to that question?
I think I concur with that. I think that, make sure that you've done lots of BA activities, whether it's process requirements and whatever industry and sector, because sometimes it's not always your choice. Mark talked about consultants. I was a consultant for 16 years in my career, so in a permanent capacity, and then being, I don't say the word farmed out, but been seconded to work on different client sites. And obviously that gave me a good grounding. So I was very lucky that allowed me to work into new sectors, banking, financial services, London markets, insurance, that I probably wouldn't have had to get the foot in the door as an independent contractor. However, that then comes a benefit when somebody says, I need a business analyst who's got banking experience and this particular technology or product, because then, you can be the expert BA plus the fact that you've got that product experience. So the answer to the question is, having product experience is beneficial if you want to get into a contracting role where the ask is, we need a BA, 5-10 years experience, but they must have this product experience, whether it's Salesforce, Microsoft Dynamics, because a lot of the requirements that come in sometimes, a must-have would be, it's a Salesforce implementation, so they need to have done at least one Salesforce implementation. So, it's not the be-all and end-all, because I always say that there's functional consultants out there that support these implementations typically, whereas the BA, doesn't have to be the subject matter expert or the functional consultant, but they need to be the analyst to understand the as-is and to-be state. So so get yourself a good grounding as an analyst, and then if you're lucky enough to work on products, do your training. Hopefully you get to work on one of those projects, and then that leads you into, you've now got one implementation of that, and then you can start becoming an expert in that product, which is definitely an area where, if you're going into contracting, that's definitely beneficial.
Very good answer there. I see we're almost seeing eye to eye. So last question. Thank you. We're going over. I don't want to go too much over. I'm pursuing a master's as a BA and have prior experience of a BA due to product knowledge. Should I consider contract roles? No. So basically, you need lots of experience as a BA. I'd say at least 1.5 years, 2 years plus. Now, I've got a lot of masterminds who from Kenya and Ghana, Nigeria, doing business analysis work in a third world country. No offense. It's not the same up to scratch level as the UK. So I've had people who've got 5 years experience, working for an African bank or another bank or something, or, industry knowledge, and they come to the UK and they just feel out of the comfort zone, and imposter syndrome and creeps in. So ideally, at least 1.5 years experience as a business analyst in the United Kingdom, preferably 2 jobs so you can get 2 industries. All right, here we go. The master's degree as a business analyst. I've got 2 students, both come over from Nigeria, both got their bachelor's, came over on the student visa. They both got their master's degree in business analysis. Both of them did the BCS International Diploma in Business Analysis and got their 4 certificates in Oregon. They got their diploma. I asked them afterwards, what was covered in the BCS diploma? Was any of that covered in the BA master's degree? Did the master's degree in business analysis help you to be able to gain all the theoretical knowledge as a business analyst in the UK? No, nothing. So just because you're getting a master's in business analysis doesn't mean that you've got all the theoretical knowledge. You'll need to, because they talk about project management and data and all these other types of things, it's not specifically focused, geared up. And the university are slow to update the curriculum, whereas the BCS updates it every 2 years at least. So just because you got a master's as a business analyst doesn't mean you got the theoretical knowledge. And I think we're going to leave it at that. Superb responses. Thank you very much. Herbert, one of my students already. Howard, I'll let you do your goodbye, and then I'll do my goodbye.
Just like to say thank you, Mark. It's been a fantastic session. I'm looking forward to the future. So everybody reach out. I'm here, Mark's here, and here to support. There's never a silly question, So every day's a school day, despite how much experience Mark and I have got between us. I always say, if you think you know everything, then it's time to give up. So, I learn every single day. And I think, as long as you follow that mantra, then you'll always be successful.
Great, wonderful. And from my side, I look forward to getting a lot of people asking about my gold mentoring program. We've got a website, bmasterminds.com. Scroll down, you've got bronze and gold. Those are the most obvious choices. At the top of the website, it's book a session or send me a call, send me a LinkedIn message or an email. I need to see you on LinkedIn. If you've got a LinkedIn profile in your CV, to see if you want, if you're a good fit for the mentoring program, because it's not for everybody. All right. Thanks, Howard. I look forward to our next session in a year from now, a month from now, a year from now. And you all take care. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Okay. Bye now. Bye.